In this video today, we're going to talk about me fixing up a 2009 MacBook with a SSD and some thermal paste. And what we do is we put Manjaro on it. So if you think that'd be cool and to talk about, be sure to stick around. That's what we're talking about today on the Full Tech Podcast YouTube channel, Retro and Technology. It's been a while since I talked about computers, but I want to start fixing up old computers more here on the channel and just talking about doing it. Like, this was not fun. This is actually from my job I have. They have a MacBook laying around from 2009, and it just sitting there. Hard drive went bad on it. So I pulled this extra hard drive from my son's computer since I updated his SSD to M.2 with way more storage than this little fatty dub. It's only got 128 gigabyte hard drive in it. So my experience with this MacBook was not pleasant. I will say it is not a fun machine to work on, but we do get OpenArena working on it. So if you guys like OpenArena, and I want to start pushing this out, if your computer can still run OpenArena, you still got a decent computer, kinda. Like you can still play some video games. So this thing's from 2009. It's not good. Like this thing's way out of date. But see here, I got Manjaro running. So whenever I got Manjaro running on the MacBook, I installed stuff. I installed Flatpak because I like Flatpak way better than anything else to install. Newer programs and stuff. It seems like it just stays up to date. Anyway, Manjaro's installed. It's running. It's on the network. It's downloading updates. I start installing stuff. Next thing I know, do updates. Try to turn it back on. It don't even want to display graphics like at all. It just sits there. And so I'm like, what in the world's wrong? And I feel the back of it where it has an NVIDIA GPU in there, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I feel the back of the MacBook, and it is scorching hot. Like, I mean, no way in the world you could set this thing on your lap. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's really hot. So I'm telling if the thermal paste is doing anything. So that was my initial idea, is to put thermal paste on it. So after doing some research and get some help from my buddy that knows a little bit more about MacBooks than I do, man, Linux and stuff doesn't really support the hardware that well. So Macs, of course, they know their hardware better because it's all proprietary, and so they kind of make the heat work better on Macs, so they don't get as hot. So when it's on Linux, it just lets it run. So there's stuff you can do. I think I probably could have done without taking it apart, but I was like, I'm gonna take it apart because ain't no way in the world the thermal paste on this is good. And so this is taking this apart here is what it kind of looks like inside. So if you notice, I don't know if you can see these little ribbons and stuff. I knew this was going to be a pain to put back together. I took all these. You have to take all these off to get to the back side of this, and it's like working on a cell phone. If you worked on an Apple iPhone cell phone, you're going to be right at home because all this little stuff, this pops up. This thing this was a hard one to get back into. This little part right here, extremely hard to get back into, put it back in. Right here's, I had trouble with this, getting it back on. There's just little thing. I hate working on itty bitty things. It's so hard to repair, and it just makes me, I want to like Macs. I do. I want to, especially the modern Macs. I love old school Macs. I think they're one of the coolest computers ever. Like from Apple II down, those Macintoshes and stuff, I think it's phenomenal what they done with, Woz was a wizard when it come to computers. Now it's just like, I don't know what they do. They just try to make things look cool. They don't make things easy to work on. So anyway, I took it apart, and this was the thermal paste that was on it. And hopefully you get a good view here. It's disgusting. Like it was just, I don't know. It wasn't good thermal paste. I put some new thermal paste on there, cleaned it up. Cleaned up all the inside and stuff like that. But that's the thermal paste that was on it. Was not good. There should be a good shot of it somewhere here. There's all the extra screws and stuff. Just terrible. Right here, I don't know if you can see, but the thermal's all cleaned up, nice and shiny now. And we're ready for some new thermal paste. Got the new thermal paste on there. Put it all back together. Of course, you got to have your black tape, or I recommend some like sports tape to help hold this stuff down. And then we're running some OpenArena. This is actually all working. So got it all back together, all looking nice and clean, and I was hoping I could actually play in the game. So let's go to that. Here, as you see the video, running OpenArena. And before we end this video, I just want to make the case of making OpenArena the game you test on old machines, because this thing running great. It's running Quake E, and it's running OpenArena, and it's free. And OpenArena is just awesome. I think everybody should try to play OpenArena. It's completely free, like no extra downloads, anything. You can play OpenArena. It's just like Quake 3. It's literally the engine. But as you see, it's on a MacBook from 2009. So, Quake 3's from 1998, 99. So, it should be able to run this. And the good thing about restoring old computers and putting Linux and stuff on it is you have open software and open games on there that, like, this would not run Windows 11 and 10 very well. Wouldn't run any modern games well at all. But you have the option to run these old software and these old games that are still good games. Like, you could put an emulator on this and run all kinds of games you want to. You can play Super Nintendo probably up to, I don't know what. You could probably get away with maybe a PlayStation 2 game here and there. I don't quote me on that. I've not tested. Maybe I'll test that here on the channel. But if you guys want to see that, please let me know. And if you're not following this channel, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it, because I want to start doing more of this. I love this stuff. Yeah, but if you want to see emulators running on a Mac 2009, just let me know. I'll set it up and see what it'll run. Like, this is Manjaro. It's a modern operating system. You can get on internet. Of course, internet access and web browsers are taking up a lot more. They're a lot faster these days, so even this will struggle with getting on the internet. And I did test the internet. It works good enough. I mean, you got Firefox. I wouldn't put Chrome on it. Good Lord, this thing's only got 4 gigabytes of RAM. So, but I think it's kind of impressive myself, is if you put an SSD in this thing, it really starts. You could really restore some old computers from. Man, I mean, it's 2023, guys. It's 2023. This thing's what, 14 years old. I can't do math right now. Let's see. If it was 2010, it would be 13 years old. Yeah, it's 14 years old. 14 years old, this laptop is. It's not worth much, but it is worth throwing an old SSD into I had laying around. And it could function like I give it away if the office was to sell or something. I might pick it up and just give it away to somebody. I don't know. But I want to do some more testing on it, just because I don't have another Mac to really test on. But this is cool. Just restoring old computers and stuff. But if you like this kind of stuff, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me over on Twitter @the Smango, and we'll see you guys next time.